start on the ground. Hall.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Lance looking to throw it.
Throw left side complete. That's Hall. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fielded at the 20. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Lions will take over.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line. Play action. It's Goff.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. And, see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too quick.
But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Chris Boyd
showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tougher rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Once again, it's Swift.
And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
45 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries in the ballgame.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Goff ahead. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up.
And it's scooped up by the Jets. 30, the 20, 10, 5. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Throwing now is Lance.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Hall.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Rookie Jermaine Johnson going all the way from last chance U to now dropping NFL quarterbacks. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
And the Jets are going to get it back here just past the 35. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Drill 52. To throw again on 2nd down.
Lance.
That is caught. It's Uzomah. the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be.
Taking it right down Broadway. The 30. 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return. And the Lions have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, but also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
The Jets had 10-3 on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On second down, a run with Hall.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Throwing his Lance on third down.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Here's Goff.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing on second and long. Goff.
That pass caught. It's Williams. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
A shotgun snap for Goff. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Hall.
There he goes left side. 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
In search of redemption from the pick six, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
Swift going to try up the middle. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. The 71 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Goff. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. Touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Lions are back within a score.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Lance going to try and throw on third down here. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Gone. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Goff. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Boy, that one was well-read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. Badgley's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taking it about the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. Fight, 60.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. This one caught by Davis. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And 22 more yards there and another first down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
97.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
10 cycle. Switch. Yellow.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And this will wind up a Lions first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now gone. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And some room to work. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamal Williams, 41 yards.
And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
All again on 2nd down.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Snap. 52.
And Lance now to throw.
And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. First down, and they go with Swift again.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Now it's gone. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 12-yard line. On the draw, Goff will give this to Swift. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That play unable to get started thanks to the defense of Quan Alexander. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Badgley able to punch this one through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. All right, you're still at least 30 yards from realistic field goal range. You want to get the ball to the 38, but preferably the 35 or less to give your guy his best shot at putting it through the posts.
Here's Lance. He's got the connection to Moore. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Now Lance. And he fires one incomplete. They still need 1 completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
And that is caught. It's Davis. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw. Throw right side, Wilson. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Lance back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
He's back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. the Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
This taken in at the goal line.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40, the 20, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Lions. This one is going to sting for a while. I mean, how do you let that happen defensively?
One stop.
One stop. I know that it's easy to say that from the booth, but
it is.
How do you let that happen, partner?
That's one of those where sometimes you get overzealous on defense, get out of your lanes, don't take care of your assignments. Let's just go ahead and focus on the offensive guy. Look